Okay, this last example, it is actually one, again, it is called the cube of a binomial. And again, what we want to try to do is we want to try to master and learn these different type of products, so that when we're faced on the ACT, we can actually use the strategies that will best allow us to work the problem under 1 minute. So if it happens that you have A and B being monomials, and you're either adding or subtracting them, okay, and you cube, well, the factorization, not the factorization, but the expanding, the product, this product will actually be A cubed, then we have plus or minus 3A squared. Notice how the exponents are decreasing. 3A squared B plus 3A now is to the first power, but my B now is increasing, B squared plus, excuse me, I think this will actually be plus or minus B cubed. Right. Okay? So we see this, and I want to throw this out. Maybe you've never seen Pascal's triangle before, but these coefficients, the first term A has a coefficient of 1, and the last term B cubed also has a coefficient of 1, and we see 3 as the coefficients here. So we actually get these from Pascal's triangle, which is generated by having 1s along the outskirts of the triangle, as we call it. And the other numbers are generated by adding the 2 previous numbers that the new number will fall up under. So 1 plus 1 is 2, and 1 is always along the outskirts. 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 1 is 3, and 1. And so as you can see, these will be the coefficients for the whatever binomial that you're proving, and we can see that this is the third level. 1, 2, 3. This is the third level of Pascal's triangle. And so if we were raising it to the 4th power, our coefficients would be 1, 4, 6, 4, and 1. And so that's where we get these coefficients from. So let's actually try an actual example. Let's actually look at x plus 4 cubed. Now again, you can write out these 3 products, x plus 4 times x plus 4 times x plus 4, do FOIL on the first 2, then come back and multiply that trinomial by the binomial, and your minute will be exhausted. So that's why it's important to kind of learn these quick methods of multiplying. It's not that we're trying to just memorize, but we're in a time test. So if I do this, this expansion tells me to take the first term and cube it. So that means I would take x and cube it, which would be x cubed. Now this plus or minus depends on whichever situation we're in, either if we're adding or subtracting. So since we're adding, we know that the next term will be plus. Now, okay, let's break this down. We know that we have to take the first term and square it, which would be x squared. And then we've got to take that and multiply it times b, which is in this case 4. So a squared b is actually x squared times 4, which is 4x squared. When multiplied by 3, we actually get 12x squared. Okay, the same thing here will be plus. Now this time we've got to take our first term a, which is just x, but we now have to square our b. Our b in this case is 4, so when we square 4 we get 16. So 16 times x is 16x times 3 will actually be 48x. Okay, now plus, now we take our last term b and we cube it, which is 64. And that is our expansion.